Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, man, I got no papers in my hand, I got no descriptions, I got nothing on this car. It just came in. I'm gonna wing the whole thing based on the conversation I had with the previous owner, the stuff that I've looked over on the car, and the stuff my guys are checking out in the shop. But at the end of the day, you're a Ford guy, Chevy guy, AMC guy, Yugo guy, it doesn't really matter. A Mustang with a shaker hood, a Mach 1, and a 4-speed is a pretty cool piece, you have to admit. I'm not really sure whether this is your second, third, or fourth time watching this video, but if you're on your second, third, or fourth time, you're pretty serious. Do something, man, before the car is gone, or do something before you can't buy it anymore, or do something before you can't drive it anymore. Those things happen to people all the time. That's how we end up with these. So that's the only reason I say that. All right, so let's take a walk around. This is really, really nice paint. And you can tell how really nice the paint is because it's really late at night here, and you can see a great kind of reflection and shine. The watch still looks good in there. And this right here still feels the panels. You can see the shine from underneath here. It looks great. So the real shaker hood, this is genuine, man. This is not some clip-on piece, all right? Inside here, most people don't know, but the Magnums are important on these. You could get just regular hubcaps on these cars. I don't think so. Here you gotta have the radial TAs, the Magnum 500s, all right? New rocker trim, Mustang callouts, new bumpers, new chin spoiler, right? Shaker hood system has been detailed. Let's keep walking around. Sport mirrors, because these are the things that make the car look so good. That's why I'm pointing them out to you, right? New handles, new chrome trim, okay? Bigger set of tires right there. The rear wing, the louvers, man. I love louvers. Look how cool they look. They are awesome, all right? And then you got this great honeycomb trim back here with the Mach 1 stuff going on. So you got the Mach 1 callouts, the right stripe, this piece, the right tips, the backup lights are down here. They're all new and shiny. And then what I wanted to show you was, look how nice everything is here. It's not all spray bombed black. New gas tank, white shocks, detailed rear end, great sounding dual exhaust. So you're getting like a car that you can drive and enjoy. And I spend a little time under the car only because you know what? That's how the drive of the car is actually determined. If it's really nice underneath and it's well restored and things like that, it's gonna drive way better than a spray bomb the bottom that's 40 or 50 years old, right? Thank you. All right, let's take a peek under the hood because although this is great looking, when you go to a car show, the money shot's right here. I love hood pins. These right here are awesome. I think they're so great. All right, so check out the detail here. So this is what we try to do too. We have a department that just does that. So we detail the motors and some things you should be looking for, like power steering. This car has power steering. New radiators detail. It's got Ford hoses on it, the correct clamps, the battery topper. All this stuff here detailed so that you can go to a car show, open the hood, and be proud to show off everything here. It makes a lot of racket because it's a pretty big motor and it does run really well. All right, so come back here. Again, it's the little stuff, right? So for instance, like this car was an original rear wing car. And you say, well, how do you know that, Tone? Well, the reason I know that is because the trunk lid is staying up. And the cars without rear wings got a lighter spring so the trunk wouldn't fling open and hit you in the chin. This has enough spring power to hold the trunk up with the wing on it. It's got the decals back here for the jack usage and storage, right? New weather stripping sometimes. So it's funny because the Mustang has a weather stripping here and the Camaro has a weather stripping here. But new trunk mat, spare tire and cover. And you say, well, what's the big deal about spare tire and cover? Well, 99% of the cars don't come with that. It's got all that. This has the fold down rear seat. Here's the handle for it right here that you can fold that down. There's a locking latch right there. And so then it turns it into like a coupe, which looks really cool. So if you've ever seen it, it looks great. But the great thing is you can take your kids out in it, take another couple out in it, go for a drive in it, and it fits everybody really, really great. All right, let's take a peek inside because that's where you're going to spend most of your time. All right, so for me, a Mustang interior is really nice. They gave this a lot of thought, and this one is restored very nicely, and I want Danny to show you why. For instance, the Footwell Lighting down there, okay, is on. You say, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, that probably didn't work 2 years after the car was new, and to restore that and do it properly takes a lot of work. See the reflector in the door itself there, so people would know that the door is open. That works. New window cranks, door panels, dash pad, right? Console. Check this out, man. Check this out. An 8-track tape player. When is the last time you saw an 8-track tape player to find a working 8-track stereo in here is amazing. Check this out. You change it like that. That is just too much, man, too much. Old school style still. People love old school style. It doesn't matter. And the great thing about it, great style, never goes out of style. Awesome. Full gauges here, big speedometer, all the gauges that you could probably want, okay? And what I would do if it was me, if you wanted to, we could put a digital sound system in, like a nice Alpine sound system, and hide it in the glove box. That way you keep the whole dash and interior stock looking, but then you have your tunes and what have you. So anyway, I just love that stuff. This big shifter, man, with a Hirsch knob on it. If you don't love the Hirsch knob, we can put the stock Mustang shifter on it, ball on it. We have those in stock here. Some people like the Hirsch, some people like the ball. Let us know, either one, we can do that for you. So this also has something called the rim blow horn. I guess the car has to be on for us to be doing that, but that's another option as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it so you can hear it, and off we go. All right, so we're gonna close this thing up, man. Let's run down this list real quick because I got nothing in my hands. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So let's do this. Mustang Mach1, big 351, 4-barrel, the Magnums, 4-speed, front and rear spoilers, shaker frickin' hood, man. Very expensive option, right? Interior all done, all new seat covers, carpet, the way the dash is done, the gauges, what have you. That killer 8-track tape player there, huh? How cool is that piece, right? And when this car rolls down the road, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see and you'll go, you know what? I so remember riding in that car with somebody, or one of my buddies had it, or my neighbor bought it when it was new and I was too little to even think about what it was, but I got bit by the bug. You can do it all over again, man. And the great thing about it is these things continue to go up in value. You say, well, Tone, how do you possibly know that? You can't predict the future. You're right, I can't predict the future, but I do know this. If this car was $4,000 in 1970, it's no longer $4,000 in 2015 when we're doing this video. So clearly, it's making the right move. Anyway, buy it before you can't get it, man. It is an awesome car with the 4-speed and the shaker makes it even better. Call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it.